Steve, just going back to the beginning, when you got down 12-0, took that quick timeout, what did you kind of say to them in that spot?
Oh, just try to put pause on the game and let them, get going a little bit. It's a typical game that, Zach Levine announced out. And, I think it was a late game in the season and we kind of came out flat. So just wanted to make sure we took a pause there before it got any worse and reset, and guys responded.
Malika Andrews with ESPN.
Steve, as a whole, you said yesterday that you thought maybe one thing you wanted to get is just a chance for guys to build a little bit more chemistry and camaraderie. Did you think they got that chance? Was it what you expected?
Yeah, like I said, I think before the game, it's just time. You can't it's not like, what do I expect? You just they gotta be out there, feel each other, play together. And hopefully that little bit of time today will help move that process forward more quickly than not having that time today. So wasn't a great game. We weren't very sharp, but we got the job done, and we move on to tomorrow, one last game. And, we can hopefully have a good performance and be ready for the nice week of practice.
Thank you.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, 3 straight double-doubles for Bruce, and then Nick's also had a good week for you. Just what have you seen out of those guys lately?
Yeah, Bruce and Nick were outstanding. Big reason why we won tonight. Their energy, both ends of the floor, they were great. So, game ball goes for those two. They played really hard, really competitive, and disrupted things defensively, and were effective offensively as well.
Brian Lewis with The New York Post.
Hey, Steve. I'm curious, do you think the 12-0 to start the game, do you think that was more, maybe as you alluded to, guys coming out a little flat than it was a unit that hadn't played together in 3 months being out of sync? And how much do you think, I guess, you guys can get out of this game, even if your big three don't play together tomorrow?
Yeah, like I said, I think the fact that they're on the court together is positive. Just a chance to feel it, so it's not so brand new when we start next weekend. But I thought we were just flat to start the game. Frankly, I don't know that I could blame it on the fact that they haven't played together for a while. I just thought we weren't ourselves. We weren't sharp, and we weren't firing on all cylinders. So, but we got out of the way. That's the way I look at this game. We got a win, and we got it out of the way. It wasn't great, but here we are with one game left, and in a good position to be the second seed.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Steve, if Milwaukee wins tonight, and you guys have to win to get the number tomorrow before they play later at night, can you say whether or not the big three will all play tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll consider it. It's just a matter of how they come through. How do they feel in the morning, and are they available? But if we need that win tomorrow, we're not adverse to those guys playing tomorrow as well.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, not the best performance from the big three tonight, but when you look at the contributions that you get from everybody else, it kind of looked like the second unit and kind of just a supporting cast carried the team tonight. Is this kind of why you have the Stay Ready group and why you task guys on being ready all year in case guys come out flat, so you can have that second unit to lean on?
Exactly. It's important, especially with so many games this year. We've had so many different lineups. Guys have got to stay prepared and be ready to jump in at a moment's notice. And then certain nights, our bench has got to give us a lift. That's the nature of the game of basketball. You can't always be the starters that are going to win the game. Sometimes you need an individual to step up, a group to step up, and your bench to play well. If you have a strong bench, a bench that can perform consistently, you're a much better team.
Last question, back to Malika Andrews.
Steve, we've heard from various players about how much they care or trying to not look at the seeding in the playoffs. At this point, is this where you are able, or you allow yourself to kind of zero in on that maybe a little bit more than you did a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so. We just have one game to win, and we control our own destiny as far as the second spot. So, we think that's positive. If we can win that game, it's much better than not being the second seed. And so it's a little advantage we can create, and it just comes down to concentration, effort, and trying to close this deal tomorrow. So, we definitely want it. We're here, and we'll see what happens tonight with the scores, but tomorrow we'll be prepared to come out and win a ball game.